Stadium in Houston, Texas.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game,
yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their #1 guy.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Throwing on third down, Watson keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Rams getting set to go now. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 95 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing is Stafford. That's pulled in by the rookie from Louisville, Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd down and 6.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere, the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Stafford. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
On the jet sweep, this is Eskridge.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now it's Stafford.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now to return, this is David Johnson.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 12 carries, 65 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 50, it's Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw, Watson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
7 yards there and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second down and 5. Out of the gun, Watson.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line. Watson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks. Watson going to try and run it.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And bulldozing his way through. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, trying to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Stafford. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
But we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Houston set to take over.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards-Helaire on the draw.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 36, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Stafford.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle, it's Amendola.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Titans trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Colin Kaepernick throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
From the gun, a give to Henderson.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And that play went nowhere. losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Stafford now to throw.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
From the red zone now, Stafford.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
Right back to Fitzgerald, this time complete.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Watson. To the right side, complete to Miller. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4. Watson, he's going to do it himself.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Lindsey now off the read option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll go again with Lindsey, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Lewis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And Folks' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the fumble recovery, Watson.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Second down at 4.
Now a handoff for Lindsey. 4 yards the pickup, first down. To throw is Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And Folks' kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead.
On first down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Again, it's Watson. Going up top.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Throwing again is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Phillip Lindsay.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that gives him a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
on the field. Here comes Los Angeles.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Henderson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Amendola's got it, complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. Amendola has it. Touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Gay is on for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Watson and the Texans now down 17-13, 2:15 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Watson now to throw. Open man is QT, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
He's got Johnson.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And the ball is out. Watson lost it. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Here's Watson.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Watson to throw.
He's going to go deep for Conley. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
To throw, Watson.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nico Collins, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now Watson.
And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Watson.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.